Hello guys, welcome to another video. As you know, the year 2024 has been really crazy, especially when it comes to the car market. Every car company is bombarding the market with their newest version of the car, with the most stylish and innovation within their car. And the Volkswagen is also not behind, as it's pressing the full gas on the production of a lot of new cars. For example, today we have the 9th generation Volkswagen Passat with us. And not only that, soon we will have the video of Volkswagen new Tiguan. So if you are looking for that also, keep tuning to the channel. But today we're going to put our main focus on this beauty, and that is the 9th generation Volkswagen Passat. So without a further ado, let's jump into the video. But before, I really want to thank all of you who have subscribed the channel and supported unconditionally. Thanks a lot. Thank you guys. Those who are watching for the first time, please subscribe to the channel, as this will help me to grow to a bigger audience, and also I can make the video that I love making. This is Raj and you're watching Car Copenhagen. So without a further ado, let's begin. Welcome to the 9th generation Volkswagen Passat. It's a car with great legacy and has been sold over 30 million pieces since its first launch. But now, for the first time, it will continue in the station car option only, and it's called the variant. Among lots of subtle changes and improvements, the significant one is the aerodynamics, as it is now holding 0.25 CD value, which contributes to move this car effortlessly through the air. Special thanks to this cutout in the bumper. This whole bumper and the bonnet is full of creases and curves. The headlight unit consists of HD LED matrix light with top strip becoming the indicator. The side mirror is also nicely designed with some sort of aerodynamics feature. The biggest design feature in the front remains the horizontal chrome bar, which looks really nice in my opinion. The wheel starts from 16 inch and goes up to 19 inch. The side profile is also interesting. It has created lots of creases and curves to achieve more efficiency. At the same time, it is also visually appealing, which makes it far from a boring station car. For a fun fact, this new Passat is 20 mm wider, 144 mm longer, and also have 50 mm more in wheelbase compared to the previous version, which is naturally attributed to its extra comfort and practicality features. More to that a little later, but for now, enjoy the lengthy show of this new Passat. These chrome details in the roof rail and window detailing add a bit of refreshment to the car. Rear tail light comes with segmented LEDs with full LED strip covering the whole width of the car, and it's standard to all variant. Another signature design is the chrome horizontal bar in the lower rear bumper, which is specific to the Elegance model. Lastly, there is also a roof spoiler with integrated brake light. Overall, it's a great aerodynamic design they have created with extended focus on practicality. Now, let's start with the interior by hearing the door closing sound, shall we? As you could hear it, it sounded really solid and sturdy, as you would expect from Volkswagen. Let's focus on the door panel, as it's full of high-end material. Soft leatherette and proper buttons and stylish door opener catches your eyes. What is commendable though is their ability in detailed stitching. The door handle also feels very solid, and there is also a quick access to boot opener as well as wide door bin. Even inside of it, you get fabricated touch. Overall, it's coming back to physical button, which is always a good thing. Naturally, our next focus goes to steering wheel, which is really top class with material and build quality. Proper segmented physical button seems to dominate the design, but in practical manner. Otherwise, it's a pleasure to hold this steering wheel, and feedback from the buttons are really amazing. In short, it is versatile and works as a control point for many things. Silver trimming is also added a bit of spice to it. Moving forward with the interior, you notice how beautifully put together it is. If we talk about the seats, it is one of the best in class experience. The grey themed microfleece seats are aesthetically beautiful and also ergonomically perfect for longer journeys. The ErgoActive seats, which is optional purchase, is coming with various massage function focusing on 10 chamber pressure point right up to the shoulder. I personally haven't tested it, but for frequent long traveler, it's worth testing. In addition, what impresses me the most is the detailing in the seat with white piping and stitches. It really sends a positive vibe about the car. Lastly, the headrest is also offering various adjustments from which you surely will find the one that suits you the best. Let's move to the dash with modern, elegant and sophisticated design. The piano black panel will lead up for better ambient. Astonishingly, white piping and stitching is also visible here. The next big thing is the infotainment screen, which goes from 12.9 inch up to 15 inch in size. More to that coming a little later. With no surprise, solid and robust build quality is felt in everything you touch here. Comfort and practicality is given the top priority. You get 2 USB ports along with a wireless phone charger, 2 full-size cup holder. The armrest is also pretty deep with a 12-volt port. But just check what a kind of finishing it has got. It's really impressive. Just look how Volkswagen take care of the small details here. The glove box has slow opening to it with nice cushiony wrap. The size is decent also. The sun visor is also seemed pretty solid with LEDs and vanity mirror. The overhead control panel has dedicated LED reading lights with quick access to SOS button. The bezel-less rear view mirror is sparkling, but in my opinion it would be a little bit better if it was a little bit bigger in size. But overall it's an excellent dash, nicely concluded, and it will keep the driver interested for years. Now let's explore the rear. A bit of spoiler for you, it's even posher inside. I can't have enough of their detailing with the quality material throughout. Even the piano black ambient lighting looks impressive. Neither the design, quality and effort is compromised in the back cabin. To add the poshness a bit more, a retractable sunshade is there, which goes back to its place and blend in nicely if you don't need it. The seats are equally comfortable and great to look at. What impressive though is the edge of the seats are covered with cushiony padding, so even after the seats, extra space can be accessed if required. When it comes to legroom, it's hugely ample where you can stretch the leg really far. Headroom is also great even for taller adults. Practicality at its best when you know the middle seat has a ski hatch opening, which also converts as armrest. In this very model, the cup holder comes open, but in the higher trim level, it has a closing flap along with a phone or tablet holder. I don't understand why this is not a standard here. Anyway, connectivity wise, 2 USB port is here with rear AC vent and individual climate control option, which is a nice touch. Again, just look at the back of the seats and its finishing. As being a combustion engine car, it has a floor hump, but all in all, this is all what we can ask for in a car, and it's impressive in every corner. Now let's check the boot out. Welcome to an enormous spacey world where you are not worried about the space at all. With the seats on, it offers 690 liters of cargo space, and when the seats are folded, it gets enormous. Flat floor with minimum load lip makes loading very easy. When it comes to small detailing, it has several hooks for your shopping bag, and a lever to flatten the seats from the back. A 12-volt socket and a side storage box. There are lots of tethering points for better transportation. What is unique though is the 230-volt power outlet for your adventure in the nature. A bit of underfloor storage is also there for extra wheel or other things. Lastly, an electronic switch is also given for smooth closing of the rear. My first impression of the infotainment screen is it's huge, starting from 12.9 inch and going up to 15 inch. But here in reality it seems perfectly suited. The screen is very sharp and providing crisp graphics. Same goes for the driver's display. It has the similar experience like ID7. The top part is fixed with all the most used settings and your favorite shortcut that you can add here. On the bottom, it having all the climate control shortcuts. What is new though is the incorporation of AI in the name of Ida, who can help you with any kind of info you might need while driving or entertaining your kids' question mind. When it comes to navigation, it's highly responsive and able to provide clear images, though it might seem a lot of settings and functions at first, but once set up, then it's all effortless. Lastly, it offers really customizable solution to all settings. Enough of talking, it's time to hit the road now. As soon as you sit into this new Passat, you are really amazed by the luxury it's offering to you. Overall, it's looking really elegant inside. Steering wheel, seats, armrest, everything feels little elegant. Quality are existent everywhere. The infotainment screen is adequate in size and has got the right proportion to it. I mean, it's not too big. When it comes to visibility, it's all good from the front. Rear window seems a little bit far away, and that's logical because this car is pretty long. However, one point that I wish it was a little bit better is the side mirror. They're particularly not as big as it could have. As being a big car like this, I would expect a little bit bigger side mirror over here. The ride quality seems really smooth and refined. When you are in the speed, the car is cruising. The braking of this car was also significantly better and has got smooth stopping to it. But when it comes to a full stop, the car engine is shutting down automatically and the brake ensures the car staying in the same place until you press on the acceleration. When it comes to acceleration, it's got the decent acceleration. I mean, it's a big and heavy car, but still it's driving pretty fast. However, don't expect anything crazy, and this car is not made for that as well. This car is more focused on relaxation and comfortable cruise experience, and this car is providing absolutely that. The digital driver display is very sharp and crisp, and it's showing all the necessary information that you need for driving. All in all, it ensures a very much nice cruising experience. Now we are entering in a city area where speed limit is about 50 kilometers per hour, and I will see how this car is doing with more of a suspension and adjusting with the traffic. Suspension is pretty good. It's not hard and it's not super soft either. It's somewhere in between and more towards the softer side. When you're starting from the stop, you just need to press the acceleration. I really appreciate the bigger windows to the side and also the nice rear windscreen that makes it really easy for this car to be maneuvered in small road when you have to look out for cyclists. The steering wheel is perfectly adjusted and not oversteering at all, and neither is too soft. It's just the right amount of steering you need to be able to even drive in a smaller road. I really like that. Now we are taking the car to a smaller roundabout to test its turning circle and see how comfortable this car will be to maneuver in a small roundabout. It's got the nice turning circle, and also at the same time the steering wheel design helped a lot in terms of maneuvering. What I'm really enjoying is the digital driver's display here. It's really sharp and crisp. Not only that, it's accurately reading the speed sign from the road and also telling me all that's coming ahead, like road is being narrow or any other sort of hazards that might be lying. So for that, it's really doing a great job. I'm driving in a narrow but twisty road to see what is the most sort of agility this car can handle if you ever have to take this car for out with. So this car has definitely got the sportiness in its characteristics, but it's not overly done. Even in the narrow twisty road, you can manage this car drive really well. I'm pleased with the driving characteristic of this car. When it comes to acceleration, it's got the decent acceleration coming, and now we are heading towards the motorway, and the motorway is a little bit busy at this time, but still we're going to try the acceleration here and see how far it can go within the speed limit. This car definitely got the power to overtake in any moment. You can feel that as soon as you are in the motorway and going over 100. You get to experience the true Passat when you are in the motorway cruising along. This car is so fantastic. I mean, you have the full confidence on the road, good visibility, and this car is just connected to the ground, giving you a smooth ride. It's really something that Passat is known for, and I'm glad that it's kept that way. The steering wheel has become a little bit stiffened in the motorway with higher speed, but no way it's affecting the experience. I must say the ride is so smooth in the motorway in a constant speed. I mean, this car is really quiet, not much of wind noise. Overall, the cabin is nicely insulated, I must say. Not so much road noise coming either. However, there is a little bit of rain dipping sound I can hear, which is not a bad thing either. I really like the blinking light from the side collision. It's so accurate every time it's showing you the lights. I mean, you know that this car has got your back. Even all in all, the driving experience with this car is really great. However, it excels in cruising and straight line performance in long distance. Overall, the ride quality has been really amazing, especially when it comes to cruising. It excels every other car. But in the city driving, where you have lower speed in general, stopping and driving, this car may not be the best possible option for you. Overall, it was a great driving experience with this new Passat. It has sustained the legacy once it had created. With great comfort and relaxation, you are ensured to reach at your destination. And suddenly we are at our own destination. That's all from me for the driving part. Let's move on with the review. Now let's dive into some facts and figures about the all-new Passat. In Denmark, this Passat is coming in 1.5 liter ETSI mild hybrid with 7-trin DSG automatic gearbox and 2-liter diesel engine with 7-trin DSG automatic gearbox. The price is starting from 470,000 Danish crown for petrol and 500,000 Danish crown for diesel engine. It produces approx 150 brake horsepower. With more power, plug-in hybrid will come later in the market. The trailer pulling capacity is limited to around 2,000 kilos, and that's a lot of weight. Among few colors, white is coming as standard, and the rest are with optional purchase. It's a great car, no doubt on that, but the pricing is a bit high in my opinion, as the current market is really competitive and road users will easily find better value elsewhere, which leaves this amazing car with limited option as leasing or being used as a company car. But considering its rival like Mercedes E-Class and BMW 5 Series, then it starts to make sense. However, if it was a bit more entry-friendly price, then it may have appealed to the mass crowd. With all this said, now it's time for the final verdict. All in all, what a perfect car it has been. It's just got the perfect balance between practicality and luxury. For a change, driving has also become more refined and relaxing. And with the powertrain it's supporting now, it can focus on all sort of road users in the market. And that's what Passat is all about, and that's what Volkswagen is all about. In addition, the interior and also the build quality is top-notch. However, the overall styling still remains traditional. With all this said, I really see that the Passat has a lot of room in the market. However, I have a significant doubt about the pricing. The price range it's offering, it's pretty good compared to what it's offering, but what I think the market is a little bit different than what the Passat needs to be able to do really well. In my opinion, in today's market, I think the Passat should be starting from a little bit cheaper than what it is now, so the more people can get access to it, when all the other competitors are starting from really low compared to price that Passat is offering. But all in all, it's a great car that will ensure a good comfortable ride. That's all from me for now. I hope you really liked the video. If so, please consider subscribing and let us grow to the moon. Until next time, please take care and drive safe.